cancel NPR, PBS, they got to go. And quite frankly, they should have been kicked to the curb a long time ago. I just got a list of some of the compensation, some of these people that work for the public broadcasting. Now, the president and CEO, $550,000. Senior host, $490,000. Senior host, $440,000. Another host, $440,000. Another host, $430,000. I can go on and on and on. It's great government work if you can get it. None of these organizations should be around anymore. And I don't want to hear the nonsense about saving Big Bird. All right? Big Bird ain't going anywhere. Sesame Street will be just fine without NPR and PBS. Make no bones about it. Somebody will pick it up. Somebody will air it somewhere if people want to watch it. This has been a ruse on the American people for a long time. Obviously a few years ago, you had the big expose where you had insiders basically talking about the massive liberal bias within these organizations. It goes back further than that. I give you my experience with NPR, PBS, well, PBS in particular. Back in the day when television networks gave a damn about the way it looked when they had guests on the program, I would have to go to my, this is when I was living in Florida. It's going back 2005 to 2012. I would go on a regular basis whenever I had to do CNN or whatever news network I was on, go to WEDU in Tampa. It's the big public broadcasting center in Tampa. And you go in there and it's massive sound stages, production stages, massive building. And they would have the high-end cameras and backdrops and everything like that when you do guest appearances. Now, networks don't care. Now you got a Zoom camera, you got a mic, good to go. They don't care. It doesn't make any difference anymore. It's amazing. That whole Zoom and COVID thing changed everything. So again, these various different satellite PBS offices, they're losing revenue on that. Number 11 is most of the sound stages that were at this PBS place were used by QVC to film infomercials. Other than that, the whole thing was electronic. Whole thing, beam into shows, put out. So there's really, few people working there in this massive complex. Another interesting PBS story as well. This is what happens when you go to this back in the day when they had radio rows at political conventions. Of course, NPR would be there. NPR would be there, and it would be with all of us shows that actually worked in the real world, whether it be Hannity, whether it be Laura Ingraham, whether it be Neil Bortz back in the day. We would set up Radio Row. Everybody had their little booth that was there. And, we'd be setting up our own stuff. Yeah. Oh, sure, you had some help there and whatnot. But, Neil Bortz was setting up stuff and handling stuff. Then you get the NPR crowd. You should have seen their booth. Oh, my God. It was staff and water, big water jugs in the back. They had massive screens set up with the clock for the radio show. They needed that much help to put a damn show on. What a production. It was as if, it was some Hollywood type was doing some $300 million movie. And this was our tax dollars, for crying out loud. Enough is enough. I mean, go for yourself. When was the last time you watched PBS? Listen to NPR. If any of the shows were worth their weight in anything, somebody would pick them up. Somebody would finance them in some way, shape, matter, or form. Here, you want to save about, 600, I don't even know what is it, 600 million to $1 billion in fine, at least over the course of the year? Cancel these two. They have not been a needle mover in decades now. Sorry. I know you're going to miss your tote bags, but you'll live. WatchDog on Wall Street.com.